And it
Okay.
goes up.
There
Okay,
we go.
there we go. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. How are you? Welcome in. Welcome in. It's another day with us.
Another Saturday morning. Friend, how are you this
Yes.
morning?
Let's chat. Oh, shoot. I had to put this on comments. Ooh, ooh, ooh. How y'all doing today? Y'all had a good week? It's kind of crazy to me. We be looking forward to Saturday, but Saturday really the last day of the week.
It is.
So it's just the reset eve. You know what I'm saying? Like
hmm
Sunday, we got to get right back to it.
Sunday, get ready
Right
for
back
the.
to it.
That's right. How was your week?
Um, you know what? It's like we was talking about on Thursday. It's really been kind of. Hold on one second, friend.
Okay. Good morning, Nay. How are you? Happy Saturday. I am good. Do you have any plans for today, Nay? Or are you just chilling? Hi, Dad. Welcome in. Happy Saturday, Chrissy. Chrissy.
Hey, I'm back. Sorry about that.
No
Hey, hey, hey,
problem.
friend. Good morning. How are you? Hey, Miss Beth. How you doing? How are things in Canada? That's where Miss Beth is from. She lives in Canada.
Okay.
And
Yes, I hear you, Canada. I caught that fool.
good
I caught
morning,
that.
Chrissy. Chrissy, is that daughter of yours got a game today? I can't wait for you to share a video. Please share me a video, not on
Oh,
my
yeah.
page, just in my somewhere where we could see it. I want to see her
See her in
bust
action.
somebody up.
Yep. See her in action.
Her
I would
daughter's a
love that.
quarterback. One of the ladies that follow us. I'm talking to my sister. I got some company for the weekend, and I was telling her because we just love it. Oh, it's Windsor, Canada.
Windsor, Canada. Canada.
Oh shoot! What did they say? She chilling, but she gone. Nay, you are the start of editing business, editing consulting, or I don't know what we gonna call it, but some ENC edit consultations, or with Nay, or something. Cause Nay, you was an editor. Ooh, you be editing. You was
hmm
always editing. I'd rather say the F word like Bernie Mac than that E word. Mm-mm.
Okay, Dallas.
Okay. Wait, no FLAs in here.
Me either, Nay. I absolutely cannot stand it.
Ooh.
Oh,
I don't even learn how to do it, so they don't ask me about it, Nate. That's one reason I want to learn, because can't nobody ask me, and I can always say, I don't even know how to do it. Miss Beth, now you know I know how to say Canada. I just be fun.
Chrissy say we out here now, but they have a tournament August 3rd and 4th at the Dallas Stadium, but I will send inbox. What? Oh wow. That okay, that's awesome.
Ain't that so? Go on, hey.
Mhm.
Well, you know what, Chris, and I'm gonna tell you now, right here. You should send us the stuff whenever she's raising funds and stuff, or she's doing little things, and I would be happy to share that out and let
Mhm.
see if
Mhm.
anybody want to donate. I mean, they may not, who knows, what they, oh, I know, Miss Bell. You know, I don't know what they might do, but you know, the truth is it takes a village. You know, we got away from that idea here in the
Right.
world. Everybody want to say, don't talk to my kid, or don't
Right.
say this, or don't do that. Look, we got away from it take a village. Because I'm gonna tell you something. I have more nieces and nephews that call me auntie that just it's because we a village.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I have a village. I have a tribe. And I think that that really makes it harder on us as parents when we feel like we the only ones that can, or
Right.
we just got to do it. You know, it's overwhelming being a quality parent. It's a lot go into that.
It is a lot.
And I feel like we got to get back to that. So you know, I love pouring back into
Communities.
everybody, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the family, the
Mm-hmm.
family unit. I don't like to just focus on the kids or just the mom, because I feel like a balanced house is a healthy house.
Oh yes, absolutely.
You know?
A balanced house. Everybody, yes, in the house.
Yes. And so I really think that that's important. And you know, that's really something that for us that we've talked about, Peaches and I, what we want to do, we want to give back. We want to create that community here with us at
Yes.
Unique Sisters. That's the goal.
Yes. Thank you,
Awesome.
Nay. Thank
We got us a little
you.
YouTube in the chat. Go, woo, woo, go.
Boo boo. Thank you, Nay.
Yes. Listen. Oh, Quillen here. Hey.
Hey, Quillen.
Y'all know I'm country and be saying things. I'm saying it right. It just sounds different. But I don't got no accent.
Yes.
But no,
you do
I'm not
saying.
editing. Y'all, I refuse to even learn. I don't even care. But you need it to grow. There comes a point on social media as you grow that it gets to a place where you either have to edit or pay somebody to edit.
Yes,
Those
ma'am.
are your options.
Yes, ma'am.
Because you know, I'm definitely hitting that on with real life with April, where it's like I really have got to take this serious, because when I started, it was like, okay, this is fun. It's kind of like it is now, right? I do this for fun because I enjoy it. If it ever start to look like a job, I'm going home.
Yeah, I quit.
You know, I'm not doing it no more. That's just what's going to happen.
I'm gonna be
But that also
retiring.
requires some organization and some thought and some putting people in place, you know.
Order.
Yeah. Well,
Yes.
there you go. You know I'm going to have it.
I know
I'm
you
going to
have it.
have it.
That's why
It's
we
gonna be
work,
some
baby, 'cause
order.
I don't have no order. It's dysfunctional around here, but you know, you get me in line.
Did you say it was dysfunctional?
It's very dysfunctional around here. You know all about it. It's dysfunctional this morning, and you know why.
It is not dysfunctional. She is a bit of an exaggeration, but it might be a little upheaval. So,
Yeah.
friend, did
Hold
you
on.
notice I changed our background?
I saw the blue, and I was wondering, okay, blue.
I
see
do it on purpose. I just noticed it.
I just look. I rock with it. I was like, okay, blue.
Friend, I just noticed it. I was looking like, what is that on the screen? Then I was like, oh, but I was playing with some things. So I guess I clicked that.
Yeah, you did. It was up there when I entered the studio. I was like, okay, blue. And that's that. Thank you, Nay. It does look good. Blue is
Oh,
nice.
thank you, Beth. Thank you, Nay.
Thank you,
Well,
Beth.
listen, I just be over here bothering up stuff.
She's trying to be a little technical while she talking about she not. That was technical what she did.
Child, and I can't tell you how I did it, so we got a bit of a problem. Oh, Lord. So, yes. So, listen, y'all saw we talked about it on Thursday, that today we was going to talk about entitlement versus entitlement compared to low self-esteem.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I want to talk about that is I feel like sometimes they cross over each other.
Mm-hmm.
And they can appear to be one when it's actually the other. They're overcompensating, or they don't understand, or sometimes I think one can cause the other, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to go and read, me being me. I want to talk about the definitions of entitlement or entitled, and talk about, the definition of low self-esteem. When you get into low self-esteem, it's a little different as far as an actual definition, because sometimes it gets into mental health.
Mm-hmm.
Because that is a diagnosis or a symptom of another diagnosis
Right.
with depression and other things. So
Yes.
for entitled, Fred, I'm gonna do entitlement. Can you do low self-esteem?
You want to
So you can
do?
look it up while I talk about entitled.
Yes, I have I have it
Okay, I figure you did. See,
up.
so for entitled, right? It's an adjective, so it's just a describing word. That's it. It's just what you use to describe someone, but it means believing oneself to be inherently deserving of privileges or special treatment.
Mm-hmm.
Now they use it in a way with children, talking about kids who feel so entitled and think the world will revolve around them. So my take on that, I think that that's a little excessive. I think that kids are being and becoming entitled adults is because that is what they have been taught that they are supposed to do.
Absolutely. Kids are
Children
taught.
aren't born knowing anything except to holler, pee, poop, and suck on something.
That's right.
That's literally what they're born to do.
Right.
So everything else is learned. So to say, I think that sometimes parents say that about their kids because sometimes kids have boundaries and they don't like certain things. And so they kind of buck the system. And so then the family, they think that the child is entitled, but that's not where we going with this today. I'm talking about adults only.
Right.
And so that's why I didn't read that sentence. If anybody else would look at it reading along with me, but I want us to focus on believing oneself to be inherently deserving of privileges or special treatment. Okay, that is entitled, y'all. Now we're gonna read for low self-esteem.
Low self-esteem is when someone lacks confidence in themselves and their abilities and may feel incompetent, unloved, or inadequate. People with low self-esteem may also be afraid of making mistakes or letting others down.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Read that one more time for you.
Low self-esteem is when someone lacks confidence in themselves and their abilities, and they may feel incompetent, unloved, or inadequate. People with low self-esteem may also be afraid of making mistakes or letting others down.
Okay. So automatically, just off reading the definitions, there's some big differences, right?
Yes.
Because for it says inherently deserving, right? So that means that they just are that when you're entitled, you just feel like you do it, like
Yeah.
it's just supposed to happen.
Yeah, I'm privileged.
Yes.
This belongs to me. This is for me. This is mine.
Yes.
Yes.
But with low self-esteem, it specifically said you don't feel adequate.
Right.
You don't feel like you're enough.
Right.
So
Yes. Go ahead.
they're drastically different when you talk about the feeling of both of them, right? Because one of them makes you feel like you're owed everything, and one of them makes you feel like you're owed nothing.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So I feel like, when you're talking about it, you have to understand the difference in the two, but then you have to see the similarities.
Yes. You have to compare.
Because feeling that you're entitled can lead to low self-esteem, because the facts are no one is ever going to reach what you think you're owed. So that makes you feel like you're inadequate. It can make you feel like you're asking for too much, make you feel like all of these things that come with low self-esteem, right? So people feel sorry for those people who are entitled.
Mm-hmm.
But then what that does is makes them feel more entitled. So
Right.
then they just increase that poor behavior.
Right.
No, we don't want no messages.
I got it.
Spirit.
I got it, friend. Don't worry about it. I got it.
Listen, y'all, now y'all know we don't need no messages from nobody over here. God know how to reach everybody.
No ratchet interruptions. Let me go put it in the message.
Hashtag.
Yeah.
Boy, listen. We do not need no psychic readings. We'll find somebody. There's plenty on here. So with low self-esteem, there comes so many things, right? With entitlement, it's something that you feel you're deserving of.
Right.
Low self-esteem attacks is on the other end. So you don't feel that you're worthy or that you deserve anything.
Right.
So then, because you feel that way, but you don't want nobody to know you feel that way, what do you do? Because there's a lot of people that deal with low self-esteem, and it comes out in so many different ways.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you do if you don't feel worthy or you don't feel like you should say something? And I think we deal with that a lot, especially in what people call social norms. You feel like, oh, you shouldn't say this. Like, I can't tell you that what you just said is offensive to me because it's going to hurt your feelings. Or I'm going to offend you because I told you what you said offended me. Or why did you do that? Don't hug me. I don't want to hug everybody. I don't want to. Why did you say that term around me? Why do you But when you say those things and you defend yourself, then you are the bad guy. So
right.
How do you deal with those types of things if you have low self-esteem and you are bothered, you are offended, you don't feel like you're worthy? We all know how entitled people deal with things. Karen is famous. So, but when you talk about someone with low self-esteem who is feeling all of these things, how do you help them? What would be the next step for someone with low self-esteem? People can project when
they have low self-esteem.
Yes, they like they overreact. They because they don't want you to see that, right? So that is true too.
So it's like they're shielding it.
It's like a defense mechanism.
Mm-hmm.
Nay said, uplift them the best way you can. So, Nay, so you saying love the hell out of them. That's what you saying. Just love them. Just do it But something you said in that is the best way you can. Because I think, and this is something I have said for years, the Bible say love your neighbor. And it do say that, but a lot of people in that verse right there.
Right.
But it say love your neighbor as yourself.
Right.
So if you don't love you, you can't love nobody.
Right. I mean, you can't expect for nobody else to love you either.
So how do you know what is the best way to uplift them or to help them? Because the truth is, if what you're saying, Nate, is the truth. If you have someone close to you and they're dealing with low self-esteem, the best way to help them is to uplift them, to love them, to just be there.
Yeah.
But how do you do that in a healthy way? Because what happens so often is you try to help someone. It's kind of like you at the beach, someone is drowning, and because you can swim your little self out there a little bit, you gonna go try to save them. Now you and that person drowning, and the lifeguard trying to get the both of y'all. They done sent the boats, the jet skis, the surfboards, everybody with their little red canisters up in the water trying to save you. Like some Baywatch type situation, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So now they got two of y'all out there instead of the one that started, because you was trying to be helpful, but you did not have the resources to be beneficial. So you made the situation worse. So for you and them.
Should the question be, how are you helping yourself? To the person with low self-esteem. If I'm trying to help the person with low self-esteem, should the question to them be, what are you doing to come up out of that?
Right. What do you do? And exactly. The thing is low self-esteem.
Right. Self.
So you can't make nobody not feel that way.
Right.
Right. So sometimes you want to change them, you want to push them, or you, because you see it differently, but we can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
So what if it's someone you love and someone that matters? How do we help them? So Nay said, I feel like you have to set boundaries for yourself too.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's exactly it.
Oh,
you cannot help somebody beyond your capabilities. And in order to know your capabilities, like for instance, Superman. Think about Superman. Superman was just regular smuggler, up there just working up there in the paper.
Right.
No one knew.
No.
Right? Like right. Everyone knew that side of him.
Right.
And no one, everyone that knew Clark never suspected that dweeb was Superman.
Not dweeb.
Superman. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you don't see that in them.
Right.
You don't know. And so I think that he had boundaries for himself.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that he always left the office to go change.
Right.
He never changed in front of anybody.
Right.
He just had boundaries. And so I feel like that's important for us not to get sucked into what they are processing. Sometimes you can share, kind of become a link, a trauma bond, because you try to help someone and you don't really have what you need to help them. Because you didn't set any boundaries for yourself. Hello, Miss Amelia. Welcome in. So you don't you don't have those for yourself. Right. I'm a big boundaries girl. Yes. I think that boundaries are, they're gonna save me, they're gonna save you, they just gonna save all of us.
Right. Right.
But you can't have boundaries for everybody but yourself.
That's right.
You have to, and so I feel like you have to deal with you first. Everything start at home. What Chrissy say, friend? Can you read that?
She said, how do you deal with low self-esteem, but you feel like you deserve better?
Hmm.
That's a good question.
How do you deal with low self-esteem, but you feel like you deserve better? Well, you know what? You have to, it's a mind. It because low self-esteem is mental health, right?
Mm-hmm.
And nothing in that area happens overnight. You cannot expect to go to bed, wake up, meditate twice, go to yoga. You went to 2 therapy appointments. You started your new medication, and bam, you're gonna be better next week.
Not at
It don't
all.
work like that.
It does not.
It is a process, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there are steps, and every step, because it's your mental health.
Right.
So you have to begin with little things that you can commit to, what you can stand to. I believe that if you struggle with depression or low self-esteem, because a lot of times the two of them two cousins be traveling together.
Oh, yes. One in the
So I
same.
feel
Yeah.
like you can, if words of affirmation, if that is something, if that is your love language, and I feel like that's something else. You have to tailor your journey to you, right? And as we change, what we need changes. So I feel like it should never be a set schedule. I feel like you have to move things in and out in sequence to what's going on in your life and what you need to keep balance.
Right.
So I think that one of the things is that if words of affirmation is something, someone telling you positive things about yourself, affirming you, telling you that, not just telling you, oh, you're so pretty,
Right.
but really telling you things that affirm you as a human.
Yes.
Words of affirmation are a lot different than just courtesy quotes, okay?
Yes.
So, and I don't know that that's what they're really called, but that's what I call them, courtesy quotes. Because everybody ain't pretty. And
No.
would people be lying?
They different. Different.
But no, Scarlett, we cannot. Thank you. But you have to do those things. So if words of affirmation, if that, make yourself some stickies. You don't even got to think about it. You can just Google words of affirmation, print them things out, put them around the house, put them in your bathroom.
It's funny, friend, you say that, because I would, my favorite color is pink, but I would write words and put them on my mirror in my bathroom, because that's where I go in the morning. That's the first place I go. So in the morning, I would say, good morning. How are you feeling this morning? Just different things to get myself together in the mornings.
Right.
So that is a great idea, to get stickies and just put different words and things up, just to constantly remind yourself, right, I'm gonna have a good day. This is who I am. This is what I want to do today. This is what I want to feel like today. So that is like a perfect example of a way to, start building yourself up, especially if you have low self-esteem.
Right. Or with depression, like we talked about. These are all good strategies for both of those. These are good strategies for women, period. Listen, one thing about being a woman is that, and it's not just being a woman, men do too, but I want to read her comment, because I'm
absolutely, that's why I highlighted it. Yes, ma'am.
As women, we pour out, and it's part of the way everything creates and flows, right? We give birth, like we bring forth life.
Yes.
So we pour out in such great amounts naturally.
Yes.
Now, right?
Yes.
And so we have to figure out, one of the toughest things as a woman that I have dealt with is figuring out what I need to feel full inside of me. And when I say inside of me, I mean my very soul.
Yes.
That is one of the things that at my big age of 47, I really am dealing with and have been kind of focused on for the last, well, it's been about a year and a half now. I started focusing more on me in 2023. But I think that we have to be honest and mindful that this is what's happening.
Right.
In our real life. Not that we're and the truth is, you can't be mad at your husband, you can't be mad at your kids, you can't be mad at your job. The facts are, you, ma'am, sis, friend, you are choosing to continue to pour out in the amount you're pouring. So when you set those boundaries, like what Nay said, it stops you because it gives you a boundary. Boundaries are not about other people.
Right.
Boundaries are about you.
That's why you set them.
Exactly. If the boundary you set is for somebody else, you already setting boundaries wrong.
Right. That's right.
You know, your boundary is for you, so it keeps your boundary should keep you where you are safe, where you are at peace. That is the purpose of boundaries. The same thing when you have a house, your house, within your walls of your house. That is your boundary.
Yes.
That is your space.
Yeah.
So we have to treat our bodies that same way. It's the same concept. It's just our body we talking about, our mind, you know, our whole being. So I want to read this comment from Miss Amelia John. Say that she is Tribe of Love and Positivity. That's her.
Oh, yes. Okay. Okay.
Yes. Say them before you sleep and just as you wake up. Yes. You are in a meditative state and receive it better. You can record them and listen back. You can write them also. Yes. Now, for everyone doesn't know, if you want to go follow her, Amelia, can you put professional mode? Or if you are in professional mode, put professional mode in the comments under your name so people can go and follow you and check you out. But if you are on a journey of just self-love, peace, yes, follow her. Positive I just read, follow her. Yes. She has a group called Tribe of Love and Positivity. Is a phenomenal group. I'm in it. Me but too. Yes, she is. Yes. I love her page. Yes. And but yes, you, and that's the truth. She said she said there's sleep or when you wake up. Because all of us are different, right? Some people are morning people, some people are night people. Right. You can record them and listen back. You can write them also. See, she is a professional and she's given us all of these options. So it's not just one way to do it. Right. And that's something I think some people feel like, oh, well, it don't look like hers. Or it don't mind. I'm not doing it like he did it. Well, no, why we got to do it like they did it?
No, you got to figure out what works for you. Everything doesn't work the same for everyone. So you got to figure out what works for you. Like I said, I used to write mine on sticky notes. That's what worked for me, to see it, to visually see it every day and read it out loud and read it to myself and take it in.
But you know, friend, words of affirmation is probably one of your top 3 love languages. And I don't know it because we haven't gotten into it yet because we're going to do that with our homies. But I would say that's one of your top 3 love languages. And you know why I say that? Why? Because you give that so well. Most of the time, whatever your love languages are what you give the most of, the easiest, right? You don't have to work on that as much. Right. So, like, quality time is my love language. Yes. Anybody knows me knows that that's what I love to do. I don't care what we're doing as long as I'm with you. If you're one of my people, and I don't have that many, baby, it's a handful. But if you are one of those people in my life, that's all I need from you, just time.
Right.
because that is my I don't need words of affirmation. I don't need physical touch. They're my two lowest ones. But I need to know that I matter to you because I need you to give me your time.
Mm-hmm. That's right. I love that.
But
I
I
love
do
that.
give a lot of that.
Yes, absolutely.
And I'm an acts of service type of chick. Like I just do stuff.
Me
And I
too.
like for people to just do stuff for me because I like order. So I
Right.
like to just do stuff.
Right. And we don't do things to receive things. We do them because that's just who we are.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely don't do stuff to receive things because I ain't gonna never get it.
Listen,
so look,
exactly.
I understand the assignment when I give things. That doesn't mean you're gonna necessarily get something back, but it makes me feel good.
Let's see
You
what
know,
Yes, and that's a lot of it. And when we talk about love language, we get into that. That's something that comes with that.
right,
And that will help if you have low self-esteem. That that conversation when we're reading that book and going over that together, there will definitely be parts of that that will help you.
right. And friend, a lot of times I post like treat yourself. Like take a day just to treat yourself. Take a day just to get you something. Sometimes just take care of you.
Yes.
That Go ahead.
Amelia, I could not think of your other page name other than the group for nothing. Thank you so much for putting that in there. Now,
Yes.
y'all, I have been following her since I started Real Life with April. So since 2022. So when I tell you, when I suggest someone over here, it's because I really, really rock with them and support what it is they doing. And I'll tell y'all the why. But yeah, I couldn't think of it for nothing. That's why I kept saying your name over and over, hoping it would trigger something, and it didn't.
That's okay, friend.
Oh Lord. But that's what hold on. Oh Lord, I skipped. What did Chrissy say? Ask you, Miss April, you said a mouthful. What I said, Chrissy. I be talking a lot. I don't even remember exactly what I was talking about then, but thank you. You
I
can
think I think it was when you were just talking about boundaries, and you have to set your own boundaries, and you can no one make them for you. You have to set your own boundaries. I think you were at that point where you were just telling, I don't know your boundaries. You set your own, just like you can't set any for anyone else.
That's right, exactly. and with your the thing about boundaries is that's your boundary.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who it is. If they cross it, that they just that's what they did. So the consequence of that is theirs. And I
It
think that
is.
that's important is that we don't just set boundaries. Okay, well, you're not gonna talk to me like that. And if this the way we're gonna engage, I'm not engaging with you anymore. Sorry, y'all.
Right.
I know I'd be forgetting to cut this thing off. And I feel like along with that, you have to already have your consequences in mind. Like on your job, you have most jobs, you got to get written up for the same offense 3 times before they can terminate you. Dependent on the offense, right? Like you have to have those type of things. Are you going to do a written consequence first? Are you going to do a verbal consequence first?
Right. Right.
Is this boundary a F you get out my life consequence? Like you have to already have your consequences in place when you start putting things in place so that you already know how to respond to that so you're not reacting.
Right. You got to stick by it too.
Exactly. And putting those things in place will boost your self-esteem because it will make you feel a sense of control. Because guess what happened? You gained control when you said, we're not doing it that way.
Right.
And if you do that, then this is what's going to happen. You're not going to have that access to me. Maybe that is like me, me, friend. I would cut somebody left. I don't mind, baby. You bye. I ain't never got to see you again.
Yes.
Listen, I could walk from here to my biological father's house and I don't speak to him. That's it. That's all.
Right.
Listen.
Right.
So I don't mind not talking to somebody. Period.
That's me.
But you have to be able to, when you do that, there's a strength and a power that comes for standing up for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
There is power and peace of mind that comes when you begin to realize the things you need,
Right.
and where and how to get them.
That's right. I agree.
It's powerful. It is life. It's life
It's
changing
life
to
changing.
begin to see the value in yourself. So again, with entitled people, they feel like they just are owed that.
Mm-hmm.
Once you start to turn the tides of low self-esteem, you begin to realize you aren't owed that. This is what you earned. Like,
Yes.
ain't a room I walk in, and my sister Dana is here, and she says this, and this is one of the things she says, and she has said over the years. We've been friends. Lord of mercy, we done raised children, animals, and husbands together. So one thing she says is, and I lost it just that fast. What I was gonna say.
You said it was something that Dania says.
Yep, she say a lot of smart stuff, but there's one specific thing that she says.
Okay.
What was I talking about? Oh, yes. Yes. And it's because her grandma taught her. There, see, she sent right here. She helped me. Every room my feet take me in, I got a right to be in.
I love it. I love it.
And when she say that, and she tells her daughter, my niece Pooh, that, it's just something about that.
Mm-hmm.
Because as women, as minority women, baby, listen, that is not always the case. But she right. And it's something, there's a power that comes with understanding that
Right.
every room your feet take you in, you belong in. You can be there
like
in that room.
I feel like that. I feel like that. Yep.
And every time I hear her say that, every time it's like I hear it for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's just power in that. But if you don't take the time to talk and get to know people and understand them, you don't get those little nuggets everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
And those types of things are blessings. But what did Nay say?
Nay said, I know I used to have low self-esteem and I was a people pleaser on top of that. Now that I stick up for myself, people have so much to say about me having a big mouth and everything. And that's how it goes. People don't like for you to speak up for yourself. People don't like for you to stand firm on what you believe in. You don't like it, move around.
Hello, left, right, forward, back was a choice. Yes.
Yes, I used to be nice too, but I had to learn, nice ain't always the answer. No is okay. No is definitely okay. Because like you said, I also have boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
So I get exactly what she's saying. But I came up out of it, baby. Came all the way up out of that.
That's the truth. It's amazing. And the truth is, if you get to a state of not healed, because I believe healing, when you're dealing with trauma, you never heal. I believe it's just a process that lasts the rest of your life. Because that trauma, that memory, that never goes away. So healing never stops.
Oh, yes.
And so people say, if you look back, once you're a little further along in the healing process and you look back at them, you realize just how effed up of an individual they is.
Right.
They
Right.
up here telling you talk too much, your mouth too big, this, that, or the other, or not, because you said no, because you said do not treat me that way.
Right.
Because you said, what is wrong with you? Now you got a big mouth. No, I ain't got no big mouth. I just call it out.
Yeah.
You know what they say, point it out, baby.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
So I feel like if you, and I know that in the moment when you're dealing with that, and this comes from someone who is actively healing. So I feel like you don't, when you first stand up for yourself, and sometimes the people you having to stand up against,
yes,
you feel like, oh, that's you being disrespectful. Oh, and should I have said that? Was I this? Was I that? Depending on how you raised. Some of us was listen. It's some stuff going in our community that we put in our kids, and we tell that whole don't say nothing, don't keep your mouth shut, don't talk about what's going on in this house. Don't this, don't that, don't this. Now listen, you can't tell everything going in my house, but you ain't got to do, you ain't gonna have to keep no secrets, because I'm gonna make sure you're not exposed to that type of stuff.
Right. Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? Again, where's the adult in that process? But we have so many things in our community, in our households, and I'm talking about as minorities in the in our community.
Right.
That we train and teach and tell our kids. And it's kind of crazy. So sometimes when we set our boundaries as adults, now that we're learning all this stuff, and we set our boundaries and we're telling people these things, now all of a sudden we the bad guy, because now they can't take they ish out on you.
Right. Right.
Because that's really all a boundary do, is keep you from having to be involved with what they got going on.
Right. Not being dragged into their mess.
Yes. And so as you're healing, you realize that really the problem was them. Mm-hmm. The more you deal with yourself, the more you can see when it ain't you.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Because just like you're not always right, guess what? You ain't always wrong either.
That's it. That's it.
You ain't always wrong either.
Okay, Gerald, you gotta go. Cause listen.
So, I just want to say that, and I know that I don't speak to many. Oh,
no, you're fine.
She said, Chrissy said, Nay's own world. That's what I'm dealing with. Nay said, I don't speak to so many family members because I just can't and won't deal with the BS.
Mm-hmm.
Nay. Nay. Nay and I have some similar childhood traumas.
Mm-hmm.
And Nay, God, Lord of mercy. You just supposed to keep all that. You just supposed to hold on to that secret and not never say nothing. Right. Baby, if it happened to me, I could talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
So Chrissy said, that's why I'm working on me, because I know my worth.
That's right, Chrissy.
Exactly, Chrissy.
Yep, that's right.
Because you're amazing. You're phenomenal. You are beautiful.
Yes.
And the thing is when we begin to love ourselves properly, and we begin to find out who we are, because one thing I have learned and am learning is that some of the things that I used to do, or that were April, or that I'm known for, were really just because I was so angry. Like all that boxing and stuff I like to do. Yes. I would still do it, but friend, I prefer not to. I don't like to deal with things that way. And I would rather walk out of a space and never enter that space again than have to put my hands on somebody. That is where I am now today.
Yeah, you set your boundary.
Yeah. There was a time in my life where I could never to say something like what I just said would have made me weak to myself. Not because nobody else would have said that. But
Right.
hey, Jennifer.
Hey, Jennifer.
But I couldn't say that to myself, right? Like, I was so fine and I was out there, you know, doing
Right.
my 304 activities.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? And at the time, there was a confidence I exuded,
Mhm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
But when I look now that confidence is genuine. That
Right.
confidence then was just a cover up because I didn't want nobody to see anything I didn't want them to see.
Right.
But I know that now. At the time, I didn't see that. At the time, I didn't want to hear that.
No.
At the time, baby, you could have told me nothing. I was a roughneck.
Yeah, you doing your thing and nobody could say nothing to you about it. And I understand that.
But I was grown. I was living. I was doing it my way.
Mhm.
But I was not doing it from a healthy place, mentally, emotionally, or physically.
Right.
See, so that's what I'm talking about. Not that that stuff was wrong. That's who I was. I had to go through those things to be who I am now and to see things the way I see them now and understand them.
Right.
But the truth is, that person had low self-esteem.
Right.
April had, and I still struggle with it. Listen, let's be clear. Not necessarily low self-esteem, but there's times when I feel like I'm just inadequate.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like
You're
I
human.
could do better. I could do more.
Yeah, you're
But
human.
baby, I be tired.
Yep. And you have to push yourself. It got to
I'm
start
old.
with you. Friend,
30
you
is
human.
not the new 20, and I'm 47. You know what I'm saying? It's just what it is.
Yes.
But it's a matter of you can't. You can't not be honest with you. The most important person in the world for you to be honest with is yourself.
That's right.
If you can be honest with you, you ain't never got to tell a lie. Most people that lie to themselves first.
Not honest with themselves.
You want to prove me wrong? Y'all welcome to do it, please. Tell me about a cousin or uncle or auntie in the situation, and I want you to tell me no, they don't lie. But if they lie to themselves, they lying to somebody else too.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. And if you out here harming yourself, i.e., you out here having all these randoms, you out here doing things that you know are not legal activities. You out here putting yourself in these compromising situations. You don't love yourself, or you wouldn't put yourself in those situations.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. So when I see someone who constantly is doing those type of behaviors, like they on a roller coaster ride, they just won't get off the ride. They're in that hamster wheel. I know that it's a problem. That it's something they're not dealing with within them.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, friend, my favorite thing to tell somebody to do is to go to therapy.
Yep. Because there is absolutely nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it.
Listen, and I tell people you should go to your therapist because, see, you come and talk to me. I'm going to be real honest with you, and we're going to talk about it. And I come from a place of love, but what I say may offend you. Right. Everybody can't talk to me about their real stuff because I don't mix words. I don't sugarcoat nothing. I'm just going to tell it to you how it come in my mind. That's how you going to get it.
Right.
Not out of disrespect, not because I don't love you, but because I just ain't got all the way there yet where I can talk to you nice and friendly like a therapist. So just go to your therapist. Go schedule one. They got Teladoc. You don't even gotta leave your house to talk to somebody. Talk to somebody, because I'm not the one to help you. I might make it worse.
Yeah, I'm a little, blunt and outspoken. So, sometimes my delivery as well. So, if you don't want to hear blunt and straight to it, then you can't talk to me. So I agree. You just can't talk to me.
Hello.
I'm just, I'm gonna say what I got to say. You asked me, so I'm telling you how I feel. You may like it, you may not. That's on you.
You asked me and I would told you. Now
that's right.
The rest on you.
That's right. I'm not going to ask you anything if I really don't want to know I know how you speak, April, and I know how you tell it like it is. So if I don't want to hear that, I'm not telling you. But
I get it.
Yeah.
Vice versa though, friend, because you
right.
do the same thing.
Right.
But y'all ought to hear us. You would think we didn't like each other sometimes. When we been talking about some of the stuff, even when we was in person, sometimes we talk about the stuff and we just say what we gotta say. But we both respect that about each other, so we don't really got no issue. We just listen and be like, oh,
yeah,
okay.
We just agree to disagree, and it is. She has her perspective, I have my perspective, and it's just respected. Period. That's it.
Yes. Because the truth is in this world, all of us have different stories, different past, different things that come into that make us who we are.
Mm-hmm. So
we are gonna deal with things differently sometimes. Right. Sometimes my perspective, because listen, 98% of life is perspective. People rarely look at facts. And the evidence of that is in this great presidential campaign. People ain't looking at facts, or we would not have the options we got. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
Yep, that's it. That's it.
Now that's all I'm gonna say about it. We ain't talking about it no more. Whatever happened. God help us. That's all I can tell you, because either way is a poor option.
I agree. I don't even want to speak on it.
I'm not gonna say it, baby. It's disgusting. As a veteran, I think I got the right to say that. Yeah. That I can't believe as a veteran. We over here fighting. Coming home, they coming home in boxes. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And we up here.
I know.
People dealing with long-term effects, PTSD and things. And then we got the options we got. How this happen? But
have a good day, Chrissy. Right.
Yes, Chrissy. Have a great day.
Thank you for joining.
I didn't even see what she said about it. Thanks.
It's at the end down there. I was highlighting comments so we can go back to them. But She said, ladies, I have to replay. Talk to you later.
Okay, Chrissy, we'll see you Thursday. But I see you in the streets of Facebook, the Sesame Streets.
Yep.
So looking for love in all the wrong places, not realizing the love they need comes from within.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That is so true. I couldn't have said that any plainer.
Self-love is the best love, baby. And when I found self-love, that was it. Do you hear me? That's why it's so peaceful around here.
Yes. Well, you see what Miss Jennifer said. She said, if they just realize they love themselves and do the right thing, they'd be amazed how life gets so much better.
And it does. It does. It does.
That seeing the value in yourself, not the value you can bring, right?
Right.
Not what you can get. I'm talking about when you see it within you, the value within you. When you see that, there is a change that happens.
Right.
In every human, because so many don't see the value in them.
Right.
Hold on one second.
Okay.
I'm still here. I'm just throwing something. So, but that is so true. Once you see the value, because it's loving yourself is amazing, but if you don't see the value, you can't love it.
Right.
So you have to but seeing that one, that's like the light switch, right? Like it's like cutting the room on and it just illuminates everything else. And you may see the shadows in the room, right? Because there's still dark places. There's still things you haven't uncovered. There's still corners you haven't unpacked. But when you hit that light switch of and see the value in you, it is amazing how much easier it is to move a box out of the corner and start cleaning up.
Right.
Because you can now see where the box is. Where before you seen that value, it was just a dark room. Everything was dark. You didn't see anything. Everything looked like it was one big mass of dark.
Right.
But once you've seen the value and you hit that light switch, it illuminates all the other stuff. So you realize it's not as bad as you thought.
Right.
And you can begin to move and unpack. Ginger, get off of there. You can begin to move and unpack. Sorry, y'all. This toy poodle thinks she runs something with her 4 legs. You have to, then you can see, and it's not as overwhelming of a task. So, I think that that's important to start the process, just to take a step in that direction. But so let's talk about entitlement a little bit. There ain't really much to talk about that because, like I said, we all got the perfect entitled example of Karen. And baby, Karen has been around now a few years.
Yes, Karen has.
Oh, we all know Karen. Karen is the example and the very epitome, EPITOME, if y'all want to look that up, of entitlement in every situation.
Every situation. Yep.
It just is, because what did we say the definition was? Because I really want to talk about the self. Oh, for entitled, it is an adjective, so that means it's just a describing word. Where low self-esteem is actually it's valid, like that is legitimately something that you deal with, that you process, that is a journey, right? Mm-hmm. For entitlement, it's just entitled. It's just a describing. It just is describing your thought, because you believing oneself to be inherently deserving of privilege or special treatment. So you just think you owed something.
Right.
You just think somebody should because they should. You just think you can because you wanted to.
You just think you privileged.
Y'all know what we call that now? We call them Karens now, but y'all know what we called that when I was growing up?
What you call it? Silver spoon?
That's another one. That's another one.
Okay.
Get Jude Jr.
I got him, honey. But I'm on it today. You hear me?
And here they come telling everybody, listen, Jude, you might could come back in 30 days if that's all you get. But listen here, don't come up. We don't need no psychics. You hear us talking over here. Obviously, we got some of our own understanding.
Babe, we have an opinion. That's right. We have understanding, opinion, advice. What you want? Maybe you can use some of our advice.
Yeah, right. Maybe So Miss Jennifer said that was me before. You know what, Miss Jennifer? Let me just say this, right? I want you to know I really appreciate you. Because let me tell you something about you let me tell you what it is. I appreciate your honesty, your authenticity. I appreciate that even if it doesn't make you look in a positive light, like saying I used to be entitled, that was me before, or other things, you're always so transparent. You're always, you're just always you. And I appreciate it. Mm-hmm. I find value in that about you, because that ain't always the case.
Right.
And so I want you to know that I really appreciate you. I appreciate that you engage. I appreciate that you, like when you talked about your daughter, when we were talking about young ladies and menstrual cycles and just
Mhm.
different things like that
Just
that
being
you have shared
transparent. Yeah.
and talked about with us. I want you
Yeah.
to know that we appreciate that
Yes.
very much.
We
Us
love y'all's
appreciate that.
transparency. Y'all are, yeah. We appreciate that.
Oh, Jennifer, now listen, don't come over here all that crying. I don't do crying.
She sure don't. She
I don't
don't
like
be
to
crying,
cry
y'all.
and I don't like hugging. Both of those things make me rather uncomfortable. Like I just why we gotta do it?
I just ain't gonna do it.
Look,
Well, if I do it, if I do it, she'll be all right.
listen, I'm gonna just sit there, but you will know that I'm a bit but everybody that knows me loves me and knows that if I start crying, we finna go to war. Like
Right.
it's just curtains. I'm done with it. I am at the end top of the baby. It's over. So I be like, don't cry. Don't.
Yeah.
Just, I tell somebody fast, their eyes go get full of water. I be talking to. I be like, please don't cry. Just don't cry. What you
Yeah.
need? A water, a tissue? What can I get you? Don't cry.
How can I stop them tears?
Baby. But you know, I understand that for some people it's just a release. People just cry. Hey,
Oh,
Miss
yeah.
Lisa, welcome. People cry. That's a release for some
It is
people,
a
right?
release. Yes.
But baby, I be so uncomfortable.
Lisa.
I'd rather you light up a stem in front of me than cry. Baby, listen. I ain't lying. And I'm not one of those hug everybody. You know, people go. That's one thing. That's one of my least favorites about going to church is all that hugging.
Oh, friend, you gonna give me a hug, baby, every time I see
But you different.
you.
We don't see each other all the time.
Right.
So I love you. I want to hug you, but
Right.
I'm not hugging everybody.
Me
Baby,
neither.
I don't need to hug. What everybody got to hug everybody? One hug, you good. Why you need to hug?
And it's funny that you say that because honestly, when I go to my family's house, that's how everybody greets one another. But it's because we get together occasionally. Now, don't get me wrong, we have family group chats and all that, but it's different. Like you said, when you see, you know what I mean? Like I said, when you see one another in person. So everybody get a hug. Like, and if you go around that room and you don't hug somebody, they're gonna call you out. Okay?
Really?
So yes. So when you go to my family, when you meet my mom, baby, I'll them give hugs. Everybody, even the kids.
No, let me tell you, my you know, we country in it over here by my family. And it's a family trait, it's not just me. But like we show up, we walk, like I go over to my auntie yard and we sitting in the yard.
Mm-hmm.
When I walk in the yard, I just say, hey everybody, what's up? We don't speak to each other individually. What's up? Now my aunties, I might speak to the older people individually and hug them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But baby, I just go speak and then go in my auntie house. Like I'm not finna do it. I'm not finna sit up here and walk around and speak to no ma'am, no ham, no spam. I'm not doing it. I ain't got time. But we all like that, so it's not a big deal. Right. But Gert used to always tell us, she'll be like, listen, when you walk in a room, you speak to everybody in there. But so now that's what I do. Every time I go in a room, I speak to everybody in there.
Yes. But people get offended if you don't speak to them. People, you know, so yeah, and my mannerisms on point when whoever house I go to, hey, it's just like that. But like I said, I mostly hang out with family anyway. So it's always family.
Right. And they all know me, so when I show up, they all wait on me to cuss. One of my cousins gonna be like, "Oh, here come April. What you mad about today?" And I tell them to shut the F up in front of everybody.
They know you.
Everybody know I'm the cuss. I just be cussing. I don't even think about it. I just cuss. It just
flows naturally. But you do so well though on social media, so it just flows naturally though. You doing
that's
real
why
good.
I be forgetting what I'm saying. If I could just cuss, I could just let it go, flow. But I have to consciously, and then it's not just about cussing. You know, over here You got to make sure the topic, the words you're using when you're talking about certain topics. And I just be like,
yes.
Don't say that. Sometimes I tell myself, girl, don't say that. Your pay gonna get took.
Yeah, they have boundaries.
Baby, listen. Baby, them standards is worse than boundaries. I might set me a few of them.
Set you some standards. That's a good one.
Oh, Lord. So let's see what Amelia said. She said, sometimes when we cry easily, it's not really about what's happening right now. It's releasing trauma little by little so we're not overwhelmed. Love the tears. Yes. And I'm the type, I do cry. It's not that I don't cry, but I will go in my room. Y'all, this is no lie. If I feel like I'm just super overwhelmed and I'm about to explode, I will go in my room. I lay across my bed. I bury my face in my pillow and I just scream and cry for about however long I need to.
Releasing.
That's what I do. I just go there, but I'm not finna just be letting folks see me cry. I ain't arrived yet. I'm still healing. I told y'all. But that's what I do. So I do cry. I cry in the shower. I think all moms are guilty of the shower cry. It's kind of like singing in the shower. Crying in the shower is like a mom rite of passage. Like, and it's not even that it's something like bad going on. It really is just for release, because as a mom, baby, listen, there ain't no off days.
Never.
And even when they become adults, as a mom, I didn't understand. Let me be real. When I had my, first of all, I ain't never want no children, but I effed around and found out. Now I had, and then I got my bonus. My children I got when I got married.
Yes.
So I got plenty of children, but I really thought. Now, for a long time, I had thought that once they got to adults, which was 18. Once they got to 18, that I wouldn't have to do no. I don't know what I thought was gonna happen, but I thought once they turned 18, it was gonna kind of be like me. Like nobody else made any more choices. I didn't have no more guidance. I went in the Navy and went from there. So I had my mindset that once they turned 18, they wouldn't need nothing else from me,
baby.
Friend. I've never been more misled in my life. Thank you, Miss Lisa.
By yourself. You was misled by yourself. Because baby, they don't need
by self. But friend, it's me. You got your 665 associates. But me, it's just me and self over here. And self just had set me up.
Thank you, Lisa.
But these children, even when they're adults, being a mom is a lifetime job once you become a mom.
That's right. It is. It is.
And them adult kids is different because they don't even listen. And they don't have to listen. You can't make them listen.
You cannot. Those are little
right into the ditch full of water. It's going to float them to the river, and they're going to float down forever into the ocean. And they still won't listen to you.
They got you in them. So, all the things you didn't listen to, just be prepared to get that back. There are things they're not going to listen. They're going to ask you, but the damn sure ain't going to listen.
And that too, how they ask you, waste all your energy trying to help their little raggedy egg.
And then be like, Mama, save me. No.
And then do it anyway, and then won't help.
Right. Good morning, Lala.
And here we go. It's right back there being, Captain Saber.
Yeah.
That's what it become. And yes, I'm guilty.
Yep, I'm guilty too.
Make sure y'all sprinkle us out to your homies so they can come over and we can all be homies. Lala said, good morning, Miss Peaches and Miss April. I'm late. Gonna have to catch the replay. Well, hello, welcome. We just glad you made it. Hope you're having a great day. Is your power back on? Her power was off yesterday. She was having some technicalities with Facebook, but she said her power was out.
Yeah, there are a lot of outages, global outages. So a lot of people were going home. And so, yeah, I'm aware of that. But I hope your power is on and everything is good. I didn't even, notice yesterday. I was on Facebook, but not really a lot because I was busy. But I did notice that a lot of people said that they had outages.
Yeah, ain't that some stuff? You know what I thought about when they were talking about all that popping and going and all that stuff about you remember Y2K? Y'all remember that's when it was supposed to happen? Everything just gone over. I be like, Lord, y'all be off and wrong. How you get the date wrong and what you said off?
Right.
Maybe everything ain't go off. I didn't have no trouble with my bank. I know there was a lot of banks. Well, we have a couple of banks. So one of our banks, USAA, evidently they had some issues, but I didn't even notice because I don't go on there that much. And but our regular bank that we use, the other bank. Oh, good morning to.
Enjoy your day as well, Lisa. Have a great Saturday.
Bye, Miss Lisa. I hope I catch you over there later.
Yeah, I'm gonna go follow her. I'm gonna go follow her now.
Yes, Miss Lisa. Oh, they be having she have a good time. I love her page.
You always
put me
on to some good pages. Yeah.
She be cooking too, friends. So I know you like that too.
Oh yes, I love.
Make sure, Miss Lisa, before you go, put professional mode in the comments under your name so people can go check your page. Just put professional mode so they'll know. And when you're watching the replay, #replay, make sure in any of the comments you see to say professional mode, go over to their page, engage, check them out, then decide if you want to follow. Give them a follow. Even if you don't want to follow because you want to just vibe, see what they're about, go on, check them out, engage. Look at some of the comments, share them out, share them in your groups. That's what y'all do. Come on, that's how we all grow. The thing is content creators, the bigger our pages get, the less we can actually get to each other's pages and engage. However, we still have to develop our own little squads, our own little team that we engage with.
Yes.
And we have to tell other people to engage with them. Everybody's not for everybody. That's why it's 5 million people up here. Right. But there's 5 million people on social media, but there's 25 billion people to watch us. So it's plenty for everybody.
That's right.
You just got to find your people.
That's right.
So if we tell everybody, go check them out, and then they might like it, they might not like it. They may like some of your content. They may not. They may follow you on TikTok, but not follow you on Instagram or YouTube or Facebook. But that's their choice.
That's right.
But that's how we do it. We got to listen. We people, baby. This a damn business. We get to check.
Let's network.
We need a conference.
Right. That's right.
I'm not putting together no conference, so nobody run or say nothing like that. What I'm saying is,
okay,
y'all know HR is not my strong suit.
That's right.
Yes.
Find and support each other. I love that. Yes.
Yes. And collab. We can work together. Yep. We can do things together. You can go and if you're going to talk about a subject, you can go get someone that can come and chat with you about it. It's not always about money. I say this all the time. Resources are better than money.
Absolutely.
Nations have been created off of resources. Them people ain't have no money when they started wrong. They just started building stuff and having other people making deals. You help me, I'm gonna help you. Your son married my daughter. Now I ain't doing all that because some of y'all I don't like, and I would never put one of my daughters with your child. But anyway, that's y'all business.
The barter system.
Hello, but you know what I'm saying? That's how it works. That's how society works. You don't just come in and take over and be mean and hateful and mistreat people and because you want to win. That's what happened here in the United States. That's what y'all want to do. I'm not doing it. I refuse to be part of that mindset, that system.
Right.
So that's not what I'm doing. If you want a history lesson and understand what I'm trying to say, go read up on those things I mentioned. I'm not going to do that. It's by force or not at all. No, I don't operate like that.
Right.
And I would rather not bother you, not talk to you. I would rather do anything than to hurt you if I don't have to. And so I just don't have to be around you. I don't have to bother you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just what it is. But y'all know you can get a history lesson. But
no, I'm a big fan of staying in my own space. I don't have to be in yours, and that's okay.
Yes, but friend, that's why we named us.
Right.
Unique Sisters came like we was trying to figure out what we were gonna call ourselves, but Unique Sisters actually came after us.
Right. Right.
And thank you, Miss Lisa. And that's the truth. I don't like that whole what they call it, crab in the bag, crab in the pot mentality. Crab in the barrel.
Crab in the pot. Where they
I don't even like crab.
Down. Yeah.
I don't even like crabs. So I will definitely not be participating in that behavior.
I don't find joy in pulling somebody else down. Like, what does that do for me? It does absolutely nothing for me.
Nothing. Make you miserable, because guess what? You're going to reap what you sow. One thing I can guarantee is coming back to you.
Mm-hmm.
Karma do not play. And I don't care if you subscribe to you reap what you sow or karma. They the same. They twins.
Right.
Karma just might cuss a little more.
They one and the same. You are absolutely right.
So I'm not, but that's what happens. So I have never been. Listen, I have seen beefs happen on this Facebook. I don't even see or say nothing because it ain't my business.
That's
and that's
right.
A lot of people don't mind their business. That's what get them in a lot of stuff. Mind what pay you. If you're not getting paid for it, why are you bothered about it?
Right. And baby, they be ready to drag you in it, okay?
Baby, you won't drag me nowhere. And if you right, I'm gonna come right over there. But one thing about me, if you play on my top, I'm coming right to Real Life with April, and I'm gonna do a live on your head.
She is.
Bank on
she
that.
Is. She is, baby.
You ain't
and
gonna
I'll be there to watch.
Be able to report it or take it down, because guess what? I'm gonna make sure everything I say fall within community standards.
That's right.
Because I read the business suite. I know the information. So I'm gonna make sure. See, that's where they mess up. They retaliate or say something back, and they be up there showing out. So then they stuff. No. I want what I said to stick and be here for a lifetime, because I meant what I said.
Right.
Don't bother me, because when you bother me, baby, I'm gonna respond with a reaction.
Right. It's just not gonna be that reaction you want. But it's gonna be a reaction.
Hello. And then I'm not gonna engage with you no more. I'm not finna bother you. I'm gonna act like you don't even exist.
Absolutely not. I can dismiss you mentally, physically, all of the above. Dismiss.
One thing I know, I got something else to do.
That's it. That's it. Every day, all day.
Ain't no downtime. I go on vacation for that.
Right. Nate said, I stay in my own lane, but I found my people that I can vibe with. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And it makes it so much fun.
Right.
When you have someone you can talk to. Because sometimes, listen, you be learning all kind of stuff on this social media. And to have somebody you can talk to, you can chat with, you can ask questions, whatever you're going to do.
Right.
But you develop these social media friendships. And that's really a blessing.
Right.
Because it's kind of like working on your job.
Have a good day, Amelia. Thank you for joining.
Yes, have a great day. And I will see you on your page and in the group.
Yes.
So, yeah, it's some, baby, I don't be bothered. But, well, y'all, make sure y'all here. You got anything else, friend?
No, that's all I got on entitlement and low self-esteem. I mean, I think we pretty much covered it.
Okay. Well,
I'm
y'all
gonna
make
drop.
sure y'all go and follow us. Listen, we're gonna get this thing set up where it'll have our little stuff. But if you go to Real Life with April
We
or
own
to
it,
huh?
friend. I said we own it. You posted the link and I posted the link.
Oh,
We own
or
it.
to Peaches Facebook page.
Mm-hmm.
You can, in our pinned notes, you can find a flyer that has our link tree. You see it there in the comments, but it has our link tree. If you touch the link tree on that flyer, it will take you to our link tree.
Yes.
And from there, you can follow us on all our platforms. Also, there is our email.
Yes.
If you have any questions
Or
that you want us
topics.
to discuss,
Mm-hmm.
or anything you just want to ask us, maybe there's something you want us to review or something you want us to any of those things. Hey Christina,
Hey,
how are
Christina.
you?
Good
Welcome
morning.
in. Any of those things that you want us to do, send it to that email that said, hey
Hey,
Laurie,
Lori.
that's in on the link tree.
Yes.
So from the link tree, you can get our TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram, and then our email. They're
Yes.
all right there together.
Yeah,
So
send us
please
some
go and
questions,
follow
you
us.
guys. Send us some questions. Send us some topics. If there's just anything you want to know or discuss anonymously, whatever, we're open.
Yes. And also, if you want to come over here in our comments, one thing about me and Peaches is that we want to engage. Y'all know we're going to say bye 5 times, so don't really get out your seat here. If you I lost what I was saying. I got to move in my behind in this chair. But if you want to go and send us, if you're in the comments, we like to engage with you guys. And this is something I want to keep doing. So we may not get to everybody, but we really do try to get to all of them we can.
Yes.
But I want to make sure that if you don't want us to read, maybe you want us to read your comment but not say your name, or you don't want it pinned. I know some people be showing out because you be on other people. I don't understand. Anyway, if that bothers you, let us know.
Right.
Send us an email and just say, please, and make sure in the email you put whatever your name is on social media, so we make sure we don't, sometimes it be a different name. But we will respect that. I listen, respect and boundaries is what this page is set on. Let's be real clear. And we want that. We don't want, but we want to engage with you guys. We like that. So we're always going to do that. So if you don't want us to read it, just let us know your name. Let us know. We'll respect that.
Absolutely.
No shade, no, I don't need an explanation. I don't need the why. I just need to know that you don't like that.
Right.
Any questions? If there is a need, right? Like something's going on, you can send us an email. Listen, we can't help everybody, but if we can, we'll see what our homies can do. Because listen, that's gonna be your name over here. Y'all just the homies. I was trying to come up with what we gonna call y'all, and maybe we'll come up with something cuter later. Cause we thought about the usses. Y'all want to be the usses or the homies?
The ussies or the homies?
Listen,
the us homies.
I like the homies. Because usses just sound like we rode the short bus. Nah, because I don't even know if that's a word. Usses is uses. So you know what I'm saying? Like we could do us apostrophe s.
Homies.
Homies.
I like homies. Let's do homies. The homies.
Jennifer said homies too.
Yeah. Nate said homies too.
Because listen, one thing about homies is you could always keep it a band.
Right.
Homies become your family. That's just the truth.
Right.
And so I that's why I like that. What the? Ooh, okay, so y'all gonna be the homies.
Y'all the
We might
homies.
change y'all name later, but right now,
Y'all heard her. Homies.
the homies. Y'all heard Brown Sugar Bear?
What'd he
That wasn't
say?
him. He dropping stuff though.
Oh.
Oh, well, good. Then the sound pretty good on this laptop. He said he didn't hear it in his earpiece. Y'all know Brown Sugar Bear and Yummy. They be a support, baby. They both be on the live listening.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't say nothing when it's over unless we ask them, though. They know better.
Right. What you think about
But y'all know they are assistants, so they got to pay attention. So I want y'all to have a great day.
Yes.
Enjoy the rest of your weekend. What you doing the rest of the day, friend?
Friend, I'll be at mom's. We are having all kind of water activities for the children, and we're gonna have some good food, some music, and some family.
Okay, y'all heard her. Food, music, family, water, and cheering.
Yeah, it's hot here.
That's hot. That is a party.
Yes. What you doing, friend?
Well, you know, my sister here visiting me. Her and my nephew, they here. So Zane's little homie here, his cousin, really, they homies though. They friends. Like they them cousins that's gonna be calling each other brother in 20 years.
Yes.
And planning family trips together. Like they just they get along so well.
Happy second birthday, grandbaby. Lori.
Huh?
Lori said, y'all have a blessed weekend. Grandbaby's second birthday here. So her grandbaby's having a second birthday. So I said happy birthday.
That means y'all gonna have cake. I love all events with cake.
Me too. I love cake.
If it's a good cake now.
Yep.
Don't invite me for a bunch of fondant. I don't like fondant. Ice that cake and let me have it. So what did Jennifer say? She said, I'm tired of cleaning up after these kids. Oh, baby, say that, Miss Jennifer. They need to go back to school. Go tell them that schoolhouse for 6 hours and let them clean up.
They ain't ready either. They ain't ready either. The schoolhouse.
I know they sad the summer coming to an end. Oh Lord, I know they sad. That's how we feel every Monday. That's how teachers feel at the end of every Sunday, at the end of every summer.
Yes.
Let's see, Lord. Oh yes, yes. Lori, tell your baby we said happy birthday.
What you sorry? I'm sorry. There you go.
Oh, thank you, baby. I didn't know what was going on over here, friend. And I'm not doing nothing. I just paid probably $10,000 in bills. So my husband is working this weekend. Ooh, Lord, I know somebody working. Ooh, Lord, that's a lot of bills. Hey, Miss Lisa.
Oh. Hey, Miss Lisa. Hey. Thank you for coming in.
What the hell? Nah, homemade cake and icing. Yes, Lord. Lori.
I don't like fondant either, Lori. Can't stand it.
Lori, you was a homie. Lori, we the same person sometimes. So that's how I feel about it. Just homemade cake and icing. But we just chilling here at the house. We ain't really got no plans. Just hanging out with my sister. That's what I'm gonna be doing all day. You know, I told y'all about quality time.
That's right. So it sounds like that's what I'm doing today. Quality time and family. That's it.
Miss Lisa, put professional mode in the comments since you just came in so they know they can go over there and check your page.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well, I enjoyed you guys, friend. I enjoyed chatting and sitting with you as always.
Yeah, it was always a good time. A time to have.
Yes.
But y'all have a good day. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye.
Talk to you guys Thursday. Bye.